good part. So
Awesome, Michael. Good job.
So we really appreciate you guys coming. It means a lot. Y'all are our mom and dad and our family's true hearts. Some of you guys don't know each other, but we know y'all. So a lot of you guys are family, and a lot of you guys might as well be family. So we got anybody in here that's been married, let's say 20 years? 20 years? At least 20 years? Okay. There you go. Anybody been married 30 years?
Woohoo!
Do we got any 35 years out there? Okay, look at that. What about 40? Any 40s? Alright, okay, this is a big step. I know this is a big step here, Bill. 45? And the Curvins? Wow, how many for you, the Curvins?
47.
47?
Wow.
You guys? The Curvins? 55! Well,
I didn't make it seven.
you know how tough it is, right? Alright. Well, thank you, and thank you for being a great example for your kids and grandkids staying together. That's a huge thing. Huge. So, we're going to get this started with Gabe, the youngest nephew here. So.
Talk loud, Gabe.
I just wanted to say thank you for all come out today. It truly means a lot for Granddaddy and Nanny. Dear Nanny and Granddaddy, y'all are a true blessing in my life, and I can't thank you enough for how many times you had to put up with me over the years. So when me and Jordan used to fight in the backyard to us running away at 4 in the morning to Ding Dong Ditch houses. But that night wasn't too fun when Nanny found pillows under the blankets like we were sleeping. Jordan and I were running out the streets, having fun like 5th graders do. All of a sudden we hear cop sirens, and who would think the cops would be coming after us? But of course, here they come. Jordan and I ran for our lives, scared to death, dodging the cops all the way home. And it was a long mile home.
Wow.
When we get back to Nanny's, oh God, we got an earful all night long. But no matter how good or bad that I was that day, I would always want to cuddle with Nanny at the end of the night. And the best part is she would always wake up early and make me breakfast. We would watch Gospels all night and day, and back then I really didn't understand about God. Over the years, she has truly been a blessing to me and taught me about Him, and ever since then I've grown close to Him. Granddad, thank you for coming to my mom's life and raising her to be a beautiful young woman she is now. If someone asked me who would be the ideal perfect mom, there isn't no doubt I wouldn't say my mom. Everyone always asks me, who taught you how to throw a ball? Well, my mom taught me. But if it wasn't for you putting in her softball, I don't know where I would be doing right now. Thank y'all for sitting in the 98-degree weather and even the 5-degree weather every Friday night just to watch me play. I can't wait to throw my first college football touchdown and run to the sidelines and point up to y'all. Y'all are perfect grandparents and not only a true blessing to me, but to each and everyone here. I love y'all.
We're missing a kid. Where's Jordan?
Mr. Jordan, we'll go ahead and go to Matthew.
All right. Some of y'all may not know me. I'm Gabe's older brother, Matt, the youngest grandchild, also a son of Ashley. So before I get started, let's take a minute and give a round of applause to Uncle Mike and everybody that was involved in putting this thing together. All right, it was April Fool's Day, 1970. And these two wonderful people decided to consummate their marriage and begin this huge family we sit here with today. It's not a joke.
He said I'm folding.
In 1970, the average income was $9,400 a year. The average cost of a new home was $23,000 a year. A Chevy pickup was $2,200. And Richard Nixon was our president. Fast forward 45 years to an average income of $51,000. Average cost of a new home is $341,000, and that same Chevy pickup will cost you $31,000. And our president is, well, Let's just say Granddad didn't vote for him. Through all that change, 7 kids, 11 grandkids later, there's been one thing that has remained the same: the love and compassion between these two beautiful people. While doing the research for this speech, I came across a quote that I felt really described the attitude and perseverance of Nanny and Granddaddy's relationship. Two people who believe in each other no matter the circumstances. Richard Nixon once said, "Never let your head hang low. Never give up and sit down and grieve. Find another way. And don't pray when it rains if you don't pray when the sun shines." I stand here today with great appreciation for the things I've learned from their great relationship, and I hope to someday be sitting next to my fiancée Jessica in this same forum, proud of what we've become. So let's raise a toast, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got?
To Nanny, your sweet, kind-hearted soul is one that cannot be matched. To Granddaddy, the love you bring through your constant positive attitude and corny jokes will always be remembered. To both of you, congratulations on 45 lovely years. Thanks for being the rock of this family. We all love you unconditionally.
Well, how do you go after that? You didn't leave me with nothing. It was top it off. My printer only printed the second half, so I'm doing a lot of this by remembering. Mason. So, I just love y'all so much. I really appreciate everything y'all done, but you know, I didn't really understand the full parenthood thing until we had our own kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we could have stopped at 1, and you know, you guys chose to do 7, and you know, we chose to do 3. Well, chose to do 2, and then had a third. 2. So who knows the magic number? And here's a quote from The Notebook, the movie The Notebook. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be real hard. We're going to have to work at this every day. But I want to do that because I want you. I want all of you forever. You and me every day. And that was the choice that you guys made. No matter what, you can go through, you know, the relationship thing. You can go through the 10-step program of relationship. You can find the love language. You can find what temperament you are. You know, but at the end of the day, to make a choice to stay together and to put God at the center of your marriage, it's the hardest thing that anybody can do. But you know, it means a lot because look at the legacy built. Look at the legacy built.
Awesome, John.
Most marriages think that it takes the changing of the other partner to make things last, but it's really changing yourself. In fact, we have to be the right partner and not to be confused that we have to marry the right partner. So we are actually in the and that's an example you guys have set. You guys have discovered the real and true God love. The best is the kind that awakens the soul, that makes us reach for more, that plants the fire in our hearts and brings peace to our minds. That's what I hope and give you guys forever. When you guys go to heaven, it's not the beginning of the marriage that we're going to remember. It's not the end of the marriage. It's that dash in between. That what y'all did in between. And, you know, your kids will never forget that. Your grandkids will never forget that. So we love y'all so much, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Thank y'all so much.
Jordan? Again, thank you all for being here and keeping this a secret. I know it's hard for me. I mean, it's been agonizing 2.5 months. But you know, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to celebrate 45 years of my parents' anniversary. It's not often we get to celebrate such a long and loving relationship. And for that, I think we need another round of applause. 45 years to be married and to actually live with a person for that long is phenomenal. Rita Rudnick once said, "I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person that you want to annoy for the rest of your life."
There you go.
I think that statement sums up most, if not all, relationships. After a little sneaky prying, I was able to find out some new things I never knew about my mom and dad. They had met in high school. And quite untraditionally, my mom actually proposed to my dad.
That's true.
Well, they were only 17 and 18 at the time. Younger some of these kids are in here now. And at that time, you couldn't get married in the state of Georgia without your parents' consent. So they ran away to Walla Halla, South Carolina. They eloped.
Wow.
They got married. My dad said it was the happiest time of his life on the drive back. They didn't tell their parents for about 6 months.
Is that true, Bonnie?
So after past 45 years, they built a large and loving family. And I want both of you to know you've always been and always will be our inspiration and our heroes. Some of our best memories growing up revolve around you two. What stands above all is that you were always there for us, always interested in what we were doing, thinking. And as we grew up and began seeing you for the adults that you are, we began appreciating all the love that you've given us. Both of you have very much become a symbol of the joys of leading a long and loving life. I know we don't get many opportunities to tell you, but you should realize how much of an inspiration your marriage is to all of us. We know that where there is love, there is longevity and happiness. It gives us all great pleasure to celebrate the commitment you have shown to one another in your lives. And you should know the influence your love has not lost in this family. I know part of the reason that Mom and Dad have such a wonderful marriage is because we all grew up together in a very loving household. Naturally, that spirit of love and support has been passed along to all of us. I love my parents, and I'm very proud to be their child. The love they have shown towards me has come from the love they have for each other. Mom and Dad, I love you, and I thank you for all you have taught us. There will never be any greater or more loving parents than the two of you. Thank you. Now, if you all face the back,
We're going to do a video.
I've got a quick 15-minute video. It took, I tried to cram 45 minutes, or 45 years in 15 minutes. Mom and Dad, come up front so I can see better.
You guys